So they knock on your door and saying the fire is not too far away. We got to get you out of here. So take off, and we'll let you know what happens. And then sometimes you come back and everything's okay, and sometimes you come back and it's not. And for the people that it's not, it was just painful to watch that entire week. There was just nothing but testimonials by people who had lost literally everything.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in that situation.
Yeah, well, you had that problem.
Yeah, I was actually earlier in the year in September, and and then a second time coming up, my daughter had to evacuate prior to you having to evacuate. So it's really something. I want to remind you that we do this show every week at this time, and Fred Dryer is here. You go to his new website, freddryer.co, and you got your movie up there. Am I right?
Highway 395, freddryer.co. It's a great gift. People are buying it now, picking up on it, and it's a great Christmas gift.
So check it out. You can go there to freddryer.co and order it up, download it, have it right there for you.
Yep.
freddryer.co. Now, we should also talk about what we're going to coming up here on our show today. Got some great things to talk about here. Am I right?
Well, yes. I mean, there's some newsworthy stuff. There's some positive things for some baseball teams, and there's a little bit of polishing to do in the National Football League with Jerry Jones and Roger Goodell. They're supposedly coming together now and trying to get the committee to come together and realistically renegotiate it or extend his contract.
Are they giving Roger Goodell a raise? Because I don't think he's making enough money to make ends meet.
Well, he's making 40. I think he's going to go to 46. I think that's
so they are giving him a raise.
Yeah.
What do you do with all that extra money is what I want to know. When you played, you were nowhere near any of the kind of money they're making nowadays. I mean, come on. This is like ridiculous now. This guy's $46 million they're going to take him to?
I was 47 million shy.
47 million shy? That was it?
That was it.
Well,
So if they come to grips, they're going to extend the guy, and they better sit down and really devise a new business model to know how to talk to these players and talk to the fans, because they still have a big problem there.
You can follow Fred on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, Dryer. That's his handle there, Fred_Dryer. Go to Facebook. He's on facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. And, of course, you can email him, freddryer@crntalk.com.
To most, the holidays sound something like this. But when you have a million things to do, the holidays can sound much different. Fortunately, Staples has the latest electronic gifts, like Bluetooth headphones and speakers, to streaming devices and smart home solutions. Google Play holiday music. Even board games like Monopoly. Staples has great gift ideas that will bring a smile to everyone on your list. Staples. More holiday fun, less holiday hassles.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
We're back in the Sports Lounge. We being yours truly, Michael Horn, along with the one and only Mr. Fred Dryer, the acting legend, the football legend. And so you're saying Jerry Jones, maybe are he and Roger Goodell making nice? Is that what's going on? Jerry's got input on the compensation package. Is that the deal now for Roger Goodell?
Well, they've got to decide. Jerry and a handful of his people have to decide. The committee that sits down and negotiates with the commissioner for salary, and along with that, the duties of what this commissioner is doing. And normally, they give him more. The more they pay him, the more leeway, the more responsibility they put on him. And my opinion is, I think we've talked about this, is that the commissioner, that position, it reflects that there is no communication from the 32 owners to the commissioner, to the media, to the fans. And when stuff like this happens with the players kneeling and all that stuff, when that stuff happens, there's nobody grabbing the reins to make people feel as though they're in charge. And that's what they got to fix.
No leadership.
Well, there it is.
No leadership.
It's always that word.
And you've become friends with Roger Goodell. You and he chat from time to time. I've watched you guys do it on the sidelines. This was the last time you chatted was before all this foolishness this year with the kneeling with the NFL. But it's like, it seemed like he had leadership when he brought the Rams to LA and he wants to make it work and that kind of thing. But it's gotten off on kind of a tangent here now with the kneeling. And Jerry Jones, I think, upset by this. And I think the kneeling affected the Dallas team. They've kind of started to put it back together, and they've won a couple. They still have a shot maybe at the playoffs, but I think that sort of breaks the team apart sometimes, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it can. Once people sense, once players look, the league and the players and the association are so comfortable because of this of the Jewish penicillin. The chicken noodle soup, the money, the terms and conditions of the money, and how you play. The integrity of the sport has been abused. And it's one thing to give people a lot of money, but when you give the wrong people too much money for circumstances that remove them from any responsibility of their job description, you got a very big problem there. And the National Football League used to come together as players. The association used to come together and decide what's best for us, what's best for the people concerned. Well, not only are there just present day players that need to be taken care of, there's past players, because after all, we're all going to be past players at some point in time. So it's a family. Well, as I said to you before, under the Gene Upshaw's philosophy, and Gene's not around here to defend himself, and he was. I'd have him on the show.
He was in charge of the players' union.
He was in charge of the relationship between ex-players and the present-day players, and he's the one that told present-day players, I'm not acknowledging these guys. All the money I'm negotiating, setting up for you guys is going to go to you. But in terms of you guys receiving that money, you're going to have to understand there's not going to be any bitching, any moaning, any groaning. You're going to show up. You're not going to strike. You're going to get all of this stuff out of your head. You're going to get guaranteed money. And you're not going to get all your contracts guaranteed, but if you get $100 million, you might get 60 million of it guaranteed, and they can cut you, after a period of time, and as long as they give you your money, you can still get cut. General manager can walk in and say, I know we're paying you $22 million a year. We've already paid you 60. We owe you another 40. 30 of that's not guaranteed. So we're going to ask you to renegotiate that part of your contract. Otherwise, we're going to cut you. And so they can do that anytime and turn around and take your money and give it to the guy sitting next to you. So so
the union can do that if they want to, right?
Well, that's what the union signed the contract to say. Yeah, we agree with that. Gene Upshaw said that's a good deal. We'll take that deal. Well, yeah, he doesn't want to drive a hard bargain. We tried to get in the years that the strikes that we went through and the negotiations we went through
when you were playing.
Yes, it was that what we wanted was the baseball deal.
What was that? What was the baseball deal?
That was Marvin Miller.
Free agency.
That was Marvin Miller, who came up and just said, you get paid guaranteed money for the years that you're there. At the end of that contract, you're a free agent. You get to go somewhere else. He said, well, wait a minute. You're taking away compensation from the ownership, so there has to be a penalty. So we said, no, we want the baseball deal. And as a matter of fact, I raised my hand and said, this was in '75 when Marvin Miller was carving out that incredible baseball retirement package in the Players Association, the deal with the owners, and so I said, let's hire him, and we told Ed Garvey, who was our attorney. He was a crook, and he's the guy who said, no, we don't want that. Well, we want the best guy, which means you have to step aside. That guy should have said, I'm going to go out and get I'm going to go out and get Marvin Miller to redo this contract for you guys, and that'll be great, and I'll be here if you need me, blah, blah, blah. He said no, he didn't want to do that. He got rid of Marvin Miller, and he put the players into this half-assed deal that has, in my view, worked to erode the standards and practices of the National Football League.
Wow. So because they didn't go and put that good, strong deal together, this is what we have today based on this.
Yes. You now have a contract with players that exclude their comrades. I can be on a team with
good point.
With 3 or 4 guys today, and then they go into retirement, or they get cut, or they get fired, or they get injured, and they're no longer playing, and now they're ex-players. Well, those guys are like 15 minutes removed from the benefits of being a player, and now no benefits. And that's wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong, because you need to take care of your own, and that's what they do, at least in Major League Baseball. They're not doing it in the NFL.
They sure did. They did that in baseball and hockey. They do it. And they do it in every sport except
Goodell
for pro
could
football.
step in on this thing and make it work if he wanted to.
Well, right? Goodell could say to the owners, "I think it would be a great idea." When we're negotiating with the Players Association. In this case, it's D. Maurice Smith who took over for Upshaw. Here's what we're going to do. I think if you're going to get 53% of all monies coming in from television revenue to exploit the product of NFL football globally, then the players get 53% and they get it cut it up any way they want it. Then I think that a percentage of that money that we give to the present day players should mandatorily go to ex-players. And that would help them tremendously. And they don't do it. They just tell them to go F off. And that's what literally, those are the words they use when it comes to, hey, you going to do anything for ex-players? And they say F off. That's what they say.
Well, as far as Jerry Jones and Goodell go, after they had their meeting this week, Goodell said, my relationship with Jerry has been great. Don't always agree. But again, I think that's what the strength of our league is. And he says we have our differences, but we work together to resolve those differences. So Jerry Jones submitted a resolution allowing him to address Goodell's contract extension, and they did. And he says, I know how much Roger Goodell loves the National Football League, and he should love it even more after now, meaning with this contract possible extensions.
Well, just keep this in mind before we go. The ownership should tell the Players Association, you're getting money.
Fred Dry and I want to tell you about Blue Apron. This is a way you can really cook with the right kind of foods, right? They send all this to your home, don't they, Fred?
Yeah, yes, they do. And they knock on your door, and you open it up, and there's a bunch of food in there. You can just go to your kitchen and cook it up.
It's fresh. It's guaranteed to be fresh, and they have so many great food ideas and food meals together. And you can listen to this, you can get this week's menu, your first 3 meals absolutely free and free shipping if you go to blueapron.com/dryer, DRYER. You've got your apron on. Are you going to be doing some cooking tonight?
Yeah, I've got 2 aprons. One's in the dry cleaners, and I got one home in the laundry, but I'm ready to roll.
You're going to love how this Blue Apron, how the food tastes, how it feels. You go to blueapron.com/dryer, and that's Blue Apron. They send the food right to your house. Remember, you get your first 3 meals free with free shipping if you go to the website blueapron.com/dryer, DRYER.
This report is brought to you by Sprint. Celebrating holidays and the new year, Sprint and Prince Royce are launching the Live Unlimited The Dreams Academy contest. Interested musicians and bands can upload a video showcasing their talents for a chance to win money and mentorship by Royce, helping turn dreams into reality. Entries must be in by December 31st. Supporters can vote for their favorite aspiring artist starting January 2nd. Prince Royce, award-winning artist and Sprint ambassador.
What's up, guys? It's Prince Royce. My friends at Sprint and I are excited to bring you the Live Unlimited Dreams Academy contest. The winner will receive $10,000 plus an in-person mentoring session with me. Make sure to enter and vote at sprint.com/dreams and share on social media using hashtags Live Unlimited and contest.
Enter at sprint.com/dreams now. No purchase necessary. Must be 18. Ends at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on December 31st, 2017. See contest official rules for details, including specifics on eligibility and entry requirements needed to qualify. Void where prohibited.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
We're back here in the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn, along with the star of our program, Sultan. 2 safeties in 1 game in the same quarter. The all-pro defensive end, the acting legend, Mr. Fred Dreyer.
Courtney Cadera, our crack producer-ette.
She also produces the show besides our crack producer.
Yes. She just
That's
dropped,
her business on the side.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no one
She
knows.
just dropped a big wad of
And she purchased some mail, too.
Some wad of fan mail from you folks out there, and I sure appreciate your interest and the time you take out to contact me. I am trying my best, and I will say this. Most of the cards and letters I get and the requests for autographs and photographs and all that stuff is great. But to help you out, you must send a self-stamped address envelope
To get the picture back to you or whatever.
to get what I'm sending you back. And if you've got something you want me to sign, put it in there. So all I do is undo it. I read your letter and I sign it the way you want, and I stamp it and I put it in the mail and get it right back to you. Anything where you have to put it aside and say, okay, put a special stamp on there, it probably is not going to get done.
Yeah, and it's probably the same postage that you're spending to get the letter to us or whatever.
Yeah, so
self-addressed stamped
keep
envelope.
the cards and letters coming, but please acknowledge the request to.
Are we using a post office box or are we using a street address on these letters these days?
It's just your street address.
It's a street address.
9135 Alabama.
There you have it. In Chatsworth, California.
That's Tretchworth, yeah.
91311. You can do it.
91311. That's
Let's
right.
do a little baseball news if we can. So, Dave Roberts, who was the manager of the year last year, not this year, but he went into the World Series with the Dodgers and got them all the way up to Game 7, and then Houston beat the Dodgers. Anyway, he's talking about the Rookie of the Year for the National League this year, Cody Bellinger, and he says this kid is versatile. He said he could be playing more often in the outfield the next season if Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman, is healthy. Now, how is Adrian Gonzalez? He had a bad back, didn't he?
Yeah, he has a bad back, and if his back is back,
He could be okay.
he should be all right.
He's got 1 more year on his contract, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's his last year.
Yeah. So,
But if he's okay, fine, it's great, and he can help him on first base, which frees people up to move people around, which means that you're going to have a platooned outfield. That's what it means.
well, they were doing that this year anyway.
Yeah,
so there you
but
have
I mean, the idea, hopefully, you're trying to get, the right people playing in the right spots. Center field,
it. Bellinger's good there.
you're going to get back Tolles.
Yeah.
You're going to get him back.
Going to get him. He was injured this year.
So you're going to have about 6
Yep.
you're going to have 2 outfielders per outfield.
You got Puig out there still, right?
Yeah, he's probably your right fielder. And center field is up for grabs. Or I should say Taylor is probably the center fielder. And then left field, who's going to be? Someone said that Ethier was planning on
Coming back
to the Dodgers.
Well, we'll see if he's healthy. He may be back too. Cody Bellinger, last year, made 83 starts at first base, 43 in the outfield. He played all 3 positions out there. He says, Dave Roberts said about Cody, we have a lot of versatility, he said, and he's at Tuesday's baseball winter meetings. He says Cody is right up there as far as versatility. By the way, Bellinger, 267, 39 homers, 96 27 RBIs in 132 games as a rookie this year. So the Dodgers, bad news. They lost their, I thought, maybe one of their better relievers. Brandon Morrow has been picked up as a free agent signed by the Cubs.
Yeah, he's 33.
33.
Going to be 34. He went to the Cubs, and the Dodgers are blessed because they do have people that can take his place.
The Cubs have agreed to a 2-year deal with the Brandon Morrow, and this is they haven't confirmed it yet, the signing of it yet. But the deal's worth $21 million. It includes a $12 million vesting option for 2020. And as you mentioned, he's 33. Pitched for the Dodgers last year. Had a 2.06 ERA, 2 saves in 45 games. He was kind of the setup guy.
Yeah, he was good and reliable, and he could throw 100.
Yeah, it was very good, I thought.
Yeah. Now you're going to have what's his name? What's that kid's name? Walker. I don't know. It's the new rookie kid who still
Texas Ranger.
Who throw? Yes. Yeah, you're gonna. Texas Ranger.
Proud of myself on that one.
Yeah, good.
He pitched, I think, for the Astros.
Yeah,
Walker,
he's gonna be, I think, in a starting lineup this year too. Their starting rotation's going to lighten up a little. By the way,
yes.
Next year, Clayton Kershaw can opt out.
After next season, right?
Yeah.
So he's got one season here, then he can opt out if he wants to.
At the end of this coming season.
Do you think that's going to happen?
Well, you never can tell what happens with people.
You never can tell, but come on.
I don't know. I don't know what he
the
thinks.
Dodgers. He's supposedly the best pitcher in baseball, but has he yet to win? He did win a postseason game. That's right.
Yeah. Well, remember,
he
has an opportunity to stay in Texas, where his family is from and where he's from, and he might just say, you know what, I'm 30, I think I'd like to stay home now.
Speculation from the one and only Fred Dreyer. More of that to come. Stay with us right here in the Sports Lounge.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. The PG-13 comedy Just Getting Started is in theaters. It stars Tommy Lee Jones, Morgan Freeman, Rene Russo, and Tommy Lee Jones says this about his character, Leo.
Had a long career in the military, done very well. He's recently lost his wife, but he has made a lot of money in the business world, probably through his international connections. He's come to the Villa Capri because he's thinking about buying it.
For more reviews and interviews, head to mungleshow.com or follow me on Twitter @TheMungle.
Calling all party planners, it's not too late. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante because good dates are still available for your holiday celebration. Book a holiday party in one of our banquet rooms and receive $200 off the services of our fun and talented disc jockeys. This offer available for events taking place in the month of December on new bookings with banquet room policies subject to availability. Plus, come to our Sunday champagne brunch for just $21.95. Bring your group. It includes an extensive buffet, mimosas, omelets made to order, fresh Belgian waffles, a chocolate fondue station, or try our Holiday Express buffet for your business lunch, just $13.95. Relax in our holiday festivities. One size fits all. Get a gift certificate at Angelo's and Vinci's, named Best Italian Restaurant 2017 on the Orange County Hot List. Festive and decorated for the season with our spectacular Christmas tree in the middle of the Italian town square. Feel the spirit at Angelo's and Vinci's in downtown Fullerton. Call 714-879-4022, 714-879-4022.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. Call right now. That's 800-485-8803.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Hi, you lost? Yes! Medicare is such a maze! United Healthcare can help. Is that why you're driving this bulldozer? Hop in! Choosing a plan doesn't have to be complicated. United Healthcare has the people, tools, and plans to get you through it, including the only Medicare plans with the AARP name.
That was easy.
Need to find a Medicare plan? Get help now at uhcmedicare.com. AARP Medicare plans from United Healthcare. United Healthcare pays royalty fees to AARP. AARP is not an insurer.
We're back in the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn, along with the one and only Fred Dreyer. Talking a little baseball news here. So this Giancarlo Stanton deal, he's going to, everybody thought he was going to maybe the San Francisco Giants, maybe the St. Louis Cardinals. Miami wanted to, the Marlins, where Stanton was playing, wanted to get rid of some of that dollar figure there from the contract. So he is, I guess he's going to go to the New York Yankees now, Fred Dreyer. That's where he's headed. They signed up Giancarlo Stanton. 10-year, $295 million contract, which did include a player opt-out after 2020.
Yeah. Pujols signed a similar contract.
Wow.
A couple of years ago. Yeah. And, you're going to get these guys, after about 5 years, they're going to turn into old men. They're going to flatten out. And I think it's bad baseball. I think it's bad. I think all owners, if I was an owner, a competing owner, certainly, I would be very upset with them blowing out the salary structure the way they've done it. It doesn't do anything to be carrying a guy. You know what's going to happen after 5 years. About 5 years, you're going to get a guy who's sour.
Well, this is the final 2 years of this deal that he had with Miami. He had this 10-year, $295 million contract, which included an opt-out after 2020. And so the Marlins had agreed to a trade with the St. Louis Cardinals and the Giants. And then when Stanton said he would waive his no-trade clause, Stanton declined, and then he I guess decided, he said, you can say that and expect me to jump if it's not the right situation for me, according to Stan. He said, it doesn't matter what the dynamic was. You're not going to force me to do anything regardless. It was said so. It was definite. I thought of something that I was going to have to deal with. He thought he was going to be with the Marlins. Instead, the Yankees come along. They acquire Stanton at a discounted price. They gave up Starlin Castro and 2 single-A players. And the Marlins have also sent $30 million to the Bronx. So this may work out okay for the Yankees, don't you think? Because it's just the last 2 years of the contract.
Well, I mean, well, let me ask you.
Yes.
I mean, he's under contract.
Yes, to the Marlins, he
under
was.
Contract. And so when they traded him to the Yankees, did they tear up the rest of the contract?
No, I think it's still going on here, it looks like.
Well,
but they may sign a new one.
Well, they have to inherit. What they're doing is that the Marlins are saying, we'll help you pay for him. So they're sending $30 million of whatever $295, to sweeten the deal, so they get rid of him. They want him gone from the Marlins.
See, the Yankees, they say, would not have traded for Stanton unless they could still fall under the luxury tax threshold of $197 million for the 2018 season, which will cut their tax rate on salaries from 50%. So sources have said that Stanton's contract will cost around $22 million for luxury tax purposes, and that will allow the Yankees to possibly re-sign the free agent CC Sabathia, maybe acquire another pitcher, and this is the second time the Yankees have acquired a major league home run leader following a season which they hit the most as a team. So,
well, that's the reason that's the reason the Marlins are also sending $30 million to the Bronx.
There you go, to kind of cut that amount of money down for the last part of those contracts. The Yankees acquired Babe Ruth from the Red Sox back in 1919. That marked the only other time in the previous season's home run leading team traded for the reigning home run champion. So is this going to be history repeating itself on the Yankees?
Yeah, maybe, I guess.
What do you think?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it's there's so much money out there, and the Yankees and Dodgers and the Red Sox and all these big teams have their own network. They're a very viable media consortium conglomerate, as well as a baseball team. They have their own broadcast, their own advertising. They have their own way of doing things. Plus, they get you at the gate, and they do a great job entertaining you. But at the same time, you're gonna wind up paying for their big hitters.
That's it.
And they can do it, and it's fine. But it really defines the other teams in a negative light, I think.
Well, apparently the new manager of the Yankees, Aaron Boone, he's going to look what he's got there. He's got Aaron Judge now hitting home runs, and he's got Stanton out there.
It'll be fun for everybody. It'll be fun for everybody.
Yeah.
That's great. But man, that look at Albert Pujols. He's just an old man who's now relegated to being a designated hitter. And supposedly now with Ohtani, the new Japanese hitter.
That's right.
They're going to now make him play first base more.
What's the deal with this Ohtani guy? He's signed with the Angels now, and he's a pitcher, and he's a great hitter on top of that. Am I correct on this?
Yes, and he had to go to the American League because
why?
He can DH. He can DH and pitch. But if you've got your starting pitcher out there, it's like putting Hershiser. Kershaw out in center left field
and playing him every game, and then he's got to
playing him every game, and then he has to come in.
So it's got to be an American League.
So he has to be an American League team, so he can at least just take some bats and sit down.
So that's what he would do. So this guy will bat every game as a DH, possibly most games, and maybe then he pitches every fifth day. Is that the deal?
Yeah, probably every fifth or seventh, depends on how Japanese they have a different work structure.
They'll work like crazy. And by the way, all you got to do if you want to get involved in this is follow Fred on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Email him FredDryer@CRNTalk.com, or go to Fred's new website, FredDryer.co, FredDryer.co. And that'll get the job done for you. So what do you think? Is this going to help the Angels here with this Ohtani coming on the team?
Yeah. It's not going to hurt them. But they have to work it out to where it's working for everybody. He wants to hit, and he wants to play the outfield or whatever he wants to do. Plus he wants to pitch. And I think the real plus is that he throws 100 miles an hour, and they want him for his pitching. So he can really it's 25% of your starting pitching.
Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, and now Ohtani out there in the outfield. That's looking pretty good. The Angels have come off their second consecutive losing season. They haven't won a playoff game since 2009. Now Ohtani had met with the Cubs, the Texas Rangers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Giants, Padres, Seattle Mariners. But the Angels combination, they promised a core and a beautiful West Coast location. This may have appealed to the guy. He just a fresh start there.
Well, he gets to live in Newport Beach.
Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Did they put that?
He likes that. He likes that down there because Newport Beach can handle celebrities down there, but he doesn't have to live in God forbid he's in Boston trying to walk around town and
it's cold there. Cold.
Yeah.
We'll continue straight ahead. We're in the Sports Lounge with the one and only Fred Dryer.
The
The holidays are a wonderful time of year, made even more wonderful when you're able to get all your packages out on time. So this holiday, ship them at Staples and get 10% off UPS shipping services. Staples is open 7 days a week and has all the mailing and shipping supplies you need. Staples. Shop, ship, smile. And right now, get 10% off UPS shipping services. Valid through 12/30/17. Exclusions apply. See associate for details.
Napa know-how. Keeping it simple is usually a good thing. And when it comes to rewards programs, keeping it simple is always a good thing. That's why we made the Napa Rewards program effortless. All you need is your phone number to start saving on the parts and tools you need. Then we automatically give you $5 off your next purchase for every 100 you spend. So start saving today with Napa Rewards. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how. This report is brought to you by GSK. Cases and outbreaks of meningococcal disease, or meningitis, continue to be reported on college campuses in the United States. Teens and young adults attending college are at increased risk for meningitis because infectious diseases tend to spread wherever large groups of people gather together. Jamie Shanbaum, U.S. para-athlete, meningitis survivor, and GSK spokesperson.
I was in my first semester at my dream college when I got sick. What I first thought was a flu turned out to be meningitis. I was in the hospital for 7 months, lost all 10 of my fingers, and had both legs amputated below the knee. I didn't know that meningitis could lead to that.
Although uncommon, meningitis can be fatal or cause disability, sometimes within 24 hours. In the United States, 1 in 10 of those who contract it will die, and 1 in 5 survivors will suffer lifelong impact. With many teens and young adults home for the holidays, take 5 minutes to talk to a doctor about the 2 different types of vaccines that help protect against the 5 vaccine preventable groups of meningitis. Learn more at meningitis.com.
Back in the sports lounge with yours truly, Michael Horn, and the one and only Fred Dreyer. So this Shohei Ohtani, he had comparisons. They've compared him to Babe Ruth because Babe was both a hitter and a pitcher, and he's expected to do both, as you mentioned, Fred, as a DH. And apparently Mike Trout helped get him to the Angels. He wooed him over there. They couldn't meet in person because Mike Trout's getting married. But Mike Trout was in touch with Ohtani via FaceTime, and they tweeted out emoji of 2 eyes. And there was also left fielder Justin Upton who shared his thoughts via Twitter. So this is going to be a big deal over there. And the Rangers very upset because they were hoping they'd pick up this Japanese superstar like they did Yu Darvish, who was their great pitcher and then who later came to the Dodgers and destroyed the team's hopes of a World Series. Well,
yeah.
It was the rest of the team as well, too. But what can I say? Games could have gone any way you want to. The Angels will have to pay $20 million posting fee to Ohtani's previous club. That's the Nippon Ham Fighters, and they're really they'd be able to buy some hams with that.
Yeah, and their farm team, the Baconettes.
I could tell something was brewing in there. There was some line coming up. Is that their farm team? Is the Baconettes?
Yeah, that's the Baconettes.
That's good. So anyway, you've never gone to Japan and watched the game. You're a tall, strapped, and young guy right here, and I mean they would be walking.
Well, that's one of the reasons they don't want me over.
That's what I'm thinking.
I look over the fence.
That's what you can see.
I can see the game for nothing.
So anyway, Ohtani will be under the Angels' contractual control for 6 years.
Oh boy.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ohtani was 3-2 with a 3.20 ERA this year, slowed by thigh and ankle injuries. I don't know. That doesn't sound good.
There it is.
Why don't they read that? Should be the beginning of the story, right?
Thigh and ankle injuries. If he's going to be playing out in the outfield, which he may or may not.
But hopefully, no, it'll be DH. What they say.
Maybe.
But he's still got. He's thought to be a surefire big league pitching prospect on him. So we'll see.
With a bad thigh.
He hit .332 in 65 games, 8 homers and 31 RBIs last year. So we'll see.
With a bad thigh.
All right, so now LeVar Ball and his sons are back in the news.
Yeah, the 3 dwarfs.
That's the is this the LeVar is the father, and then you got LiAngelo, who's one of the sons, and then LaMelo also. He's considered one of the top prep guards in the country. And LaMelo previously pulled out of Chino Hills High School after repeated disagreements between his father, LeVar, and the administration coaching staff. And LiAngelo was playing for UCLA. He was pulled off that team by the father again. Didn't like that going on, and the other guy, he's playing on the Lakers there. Am I right?
Yeah,
there's 3 boys.
Yeah,
there,
that other guy,
the Bell boys.
Yeah, the Bell boys.
I think that's the Ball boys.
The Ball boys.
Yeah,
but I mean, he's got these. He's signed these 2 kids up, you know, to now go over to Lithuania.
Is that where they're going to play now? Is that the deal?
Lithuania.
Yeah.
And you know, the commie. They're going to play some commie basketball.
Yeah.
They're going to play some commie basketball. And those commies are.
Well, I don't think they're not. Lithuania is not communist. They're out of the communist union there.
And they're going to pay those are going to be an infiltration of commies.
No, it's just the
team.
Lithuanian team.
Yeah,
they're not communists anymore.
And then they're going to pound these 2 dopes into a square puddle.
You don't think they're going to like them?
No, I don't.
Why?
Because they're idiots.
So do you think that the Lithuanians will
you're
not
going
put
to
up
show
with
up with
you think they'll go shoplifting in Lithuania?
Corkscrew haircuts in purple and green, different colors.
They like their basketball. If they play well and win, you know, I can. You think it's
here's the other
tough.
thing. Here's the other thing.
Yes.
You know, the exploits of the father, Lavar.
Yes.
You know, telling the president to go pump sand, that he didn't believe that you know that the president put up any money. So why should I thank him? You know. That guy.
Well, Leangelo Ball said he didn't want to thank Donald Trump during an appearance this last
that was
Wednesday
his father,
on
his
the
father
breakfast
said
show.
that.
Yeah, Leangelo revealed that UCLA made him thank Donald Trump. Come on, the president came to their aid. We all saw it on television. That was right there for everybody to see.
Here's the winner.
And this guy this is not good.
The winner of this,
yes.
UCLA.
Yeah, you're right because they
wanted these guys out, and they got them out. They're done. No more Lavar.
They'll be in Lithuania now.
No more of these jerks. They're in Lithuania, and they're going to get their heads handed to them, and it's not going to be good. And for this guy to lead his sons down that path, he ought to be ashamed of himself.
And there's 3 sons there, and they're the Ball boys. Am I right?
Well, yeah.
But I mean, you don't want to get it confused because that's maybe a term that they use for the guys that get the. I mean, it's the Ball family guys are the boys.
But they've got their own shoe. And here's the other thing UCLA pointed out.
What was that?
You've got all these kids getting a cut of these basketball shoes. They can't do that and play college
with
basketball.
Endorsements, right? Exactly.
You can't get paid to do that.
That's right.
So they're in. You know, Lavar is a moron, and he thinks he's smarter than everybody in the neighborhood. So we'll see what happens. But
Leangelo said again. He said, "I just made a bad decision. That's all." When initially asked about the comedy, he said, "I really didn't say that. I said we were just all stealing. It was everybody in the shop, and we were taking stuff, and it just happened. That's all."
Yeah.
Well, you would take stuff.
I just made a bad decision. That's all. Ball responded when initially asked about the comment.
exactly.
I didn't really say that. You know, I read it. It says, you know, we were all stealing stuff, and everybody was in there, and everybody was stealing stuff, so we just started stealing stuff.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, let's sign him up for 4 years.
Yeah, sign up a guy.
Get this guy out of here and take the old man with you. You know, here's the other thing. Honestly,
yes.
You know, I spent a little bit of time in China, enough to know some Chinese people.
Right.
You know,
they won't put up with
in
that.
the government. They don't care who you are.
That's right.
You know, and
if you steal,
and believe me, the president of the United States did him a favor.
Yeah.
Whether they like it or not, I don't care who he is or if you like him or not.
They should have just left him there.
Well, they should have said, you know what? Why don't you stay here for the next 6 months and figure it out?
Maybe get an endorsement on prison shoes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
How about Mrs. Lavar Ball?
Oh, I think she's pretty quiet.
She's got a skillet ready for a Lavar, buddy.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master plan destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Kaanapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Kaanapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit KaanapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Back with our buddy Carlo Galian, the owner of Domingo's Italian Deli. It's Little Italy of the Valley in Encino, California. They will ship anywhere in the country, but we should mention great Michelin restaurants order product from you. Tell us about this, Carlo.
That's correct. We have several hard-to-find items, particularly hard-to-find pasta shapes and cuts that we carry and that we stock all the time. And we have several chefs and restaurants in the area that come and...
like who?
The likes of Mozza, who's...
Mozza Restaurant. Nancy Silverton?
Come in and they pick up the special cuts for their menu.
I can't. So we can be like the great restaurants of the world, the Michelin restaurants there, and get the best cuts of pasta, and you can deliver them to our door. Carlo is here to tell you about this. Go to our website, domingositaliandeli.com. Call 818-981-4466, 818-981-4466, or go to Domingos, Domingos, ItalianDeli.com, domingositaliandeli.com. Back in the Sports Lounge once again for you. I'm Michael Horn, along with the one and only Fred Dreyer. Hey, what about this? You talked about the beginning of the show here about the fires that you faced there, and apparently one NBA player sent a car service to save his cat. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, that's Brooke Lopez of the Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers' Brooke Lopez.
Yeah.
He arranged for a car service to evacuate his 10-year-old cat, Poopin. That's the name of the cat, Poupin. Poopin the cat.
I thought it was Poupin. Like Grey Poupin?
I say Poupin. It's Poopin, wouldn't it be? Little Poopin the cat?
That's an odd name for
you go
cat.
Probably when you go see Brooke Lopez, say, "Where's your cat, Poopin?" And that might be a tough question.
Or just say, "Where's your cat?" And he'll say, "You mean Poopin?"
Where's your cat? Poopin? He'll say, "Poopin?" Yeah, I think he is. That's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, anybody's okay,
that's good,
I guess.
Though. He sent a limo. That's good.
A car service for my cat, and they found Poopin, and they put him.
He was pooping.
He was pooping in the car.
He was pooping on the front lawn, I think.
And they put him inside a carrier,
What's
and
left of the front
they
lawn.
took him to Fresno. So anyway, this
now
is
he's
good.
pooping. He's pooping in Fresno.
Is that why we got this story? Because the cat's name is Poopin?
Why Fresno? Why is he in Fresno?
They took him to Fresno, and I guess they from Bel Air to Fresno. It's about 200 miles. It's a 3-hour trip. But he got there safely, and he stayed at his mom's house. Apparently, that's where the mom is. So Poopin, the cat is the cat Poopin at mom's house.
Poopin's mom?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Poopin's. Brooke. Brooke
Lopez's mother lives in Fresno,
and the cat is there pooping.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I got it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm glad it ended up that way. But anyway, he got pooping.
Well,
he got pooping out just in time, and
I'm sure that the neighbors were out there.
Yeah.
To wish him well.
Sure it was. I mean, what do you do when you call, say, You call in and what are you up to? Oh, Poopin and I are here, something like that. Hey, Lindsey Vaughn has said she got on the wrong foot here, and she
nice
may be,
segue.
She might.
Get out of
she's suffered another injury. She might not make it to the Olympics, even though she's going to play the Olympics to not play for our president. She's playing for us, but not for all citizens.
They should send a car service for her.
You think so?
Yeah.
Send her to Fresno?
Drive her to Fresno.
Because apparently Brooke Lopez's mom has taken in people, but she apparently Lindsey Vaughn was pooping in the wrong places there, too.
Hey, here's the other thing. I'm looking at this release.
Yes.
If I'm Brooke Lopez, I'm not admitting my cat's name is Poopin.
I wouldn't either. But it's spelled Poupin.
I'm looking at it right here.
You see
really
it? That's Poopin.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's obviously a French name.
Oh, they sent him to Fresno right away to get shots.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, to keep him from pooping. I think that's what it was.
What kind of vodka shots, or what are we doing on there?
Yeah, he got him out just in time. They said.
Yeah, that's good. The Lakers were on a 4-game road trip, so that's why he sent the car. How does the guy get in the house? Were the doors open or something? Or did
well, I think they burned down, didn't they? Wasn't the house on fire? No,
I don't think so. But pooping, somebody must have let him in, so he could.
Good.
Find the cat pooping.
Okay, I misread it. I thought that they had some fire up there.
When the car service got there, they found the cat pooping.
Yeah. Well. There you have it. What are you going to do?
We got to take a break here.
Do we?
I got to go fight. I got to go.
You got to go.
I got to go see my little cat out there take a pooping break. Pooping the cat. All right, don't forget, follow Fred Dryer on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Email him, FredDryer@CRNTalk.com. Don't forget, by the way, the big website there.
Give me your ink pen. I'm going to make a note here.
Yeah, make a note. Would you
send Poopin a gift from Fresno.
Okay, that's good.
Fresno.